Hey YouTube, I'm back with my Fate Reforged booster box. If you saw my Fat Pack video, check it out, it was pretty decent. So here's hoping this box will be just as good, if not better. Let me know how you like this camera setup. I switched angles to try and make it a little brighter. So. Oh, sweet, delicious cardboard crack. I'm gonna put that over here. Alright. First pack, here we go. For the first couple packs, I'll go to the commons and uncommons, but for the rest, I'll just go quick view of the uncommons and stick with the rare. Hooded Assassin, Even Skirmisher, Lotus Path Djinn, Sultai Emissary, Harsh Sustenance, Great Horn Crew Shock, Bathe in Dragonfire, Frontier Mastodon, Defiant Ogre, Enoch Guide. Shifting Loyalty is our first uncommon, Frostwalker is our second, Mardu Shadow Spear is our third, and a supplement form. So 6 casting cost instant speed, return target creature to its owner's hand, and then you put a token on the battlefield as a copy of said creature. And a Tranquil Cove. Son of a... Abzan Runemark, Aven Surveyor, Ancestral Vengeance, excuse me, Warflare, Soul Summons, Ambush Krotik, Right Into Being, Goblin Heel Cutter, Map of the Wastes, Collateral Damage, Channel Harm is our first uncommon, Hued Stone Retainer is our second, Abzan Kinguard is our third, and Temur Warshaman. So as 4/5 for a 6 casting cost, so whenever Temur Warshaman enters the battlefield, manifest the top card of your library. So basically put it face down for, and you get put it face down as a 2/2 creature, and then you can turn it face up for its casting cost if it's a creature card. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. Swiftwater Cliff. Harsh Sustenance, Pressure Point, Whisk Away, Sultai Emissary, Jeskai Runemark, Archers of Karsi, Fierce Invocation, I hope I get a foil of that, Feral Crew Shock, oh, voyons donc, let's go. Great Horn Crew Shock. If my camera would just, cooperate with me here. Bathe in Dragonfire. Channel Harm is the first uncommon. Hued Stone Retainers is our second. Abzan Kinguard is our third. I swear to God, we just got the same uncommons. And Archfiend of Depravity. So a 5/4 for 5 flying at the beginning of each opponent's end step. That player chooses up to 2 creatures he or she controls, then sacrifices the rest. Awesome. And a Bloodfell Cave, and a Spirit Token. Alright, now I'm going to go breeze through the uncommons and straight to the rare. Pilgrim of the Fires, Light form. Shock Maw Dragon. And Dromoka, the Eternal. So it is a 5/5 for 5. Flying. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, bolster 2. So the bolster mechanic is choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put it 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Fun. And a Dismal Backwater. A foil pack. Rite of Undoing. Cloud Form. Diplomacy of the Wastes. Arc Bond. So it's a 3 casting cost instant. Choose target creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. And we have a foil Mob Rule. So there's our first foil rare out of the box, and let's be honest, it's really nothing special. Rugged Highland. Kind of a low start to the box, but let's see if we can pick it up. Rite of Undoing. Cloud Form. Diplomacy of the Wastes. And we have a Flamewake Phoenix. So, alright, sweet. 2/2 for 3. A Flying Haste. Flamewake Phoenix attacks each turn if able. And it has a Ferocious, so at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may pay 1 red. If you do, return Flamewake Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. So sweet. Kill it, comes back. Kill it, comes back. If you have a creature. Great card. Merciless Executioner. Cool art. Orc Sure Shot. Grave Strength. And a Soul Flare. So it is a 4/4 for 6 creature demon with Delve. So basically you can exile cards from your graveyard and it covers 1 colorless. If a creature card with flying was exiled with Soul Flare's Delve ability, Soul Flare has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. Great card. I like that. And a Rugged Highlands. Damn, I gotta quick grab this. This video is going to be like 40 minutes long. Unless you like to skip straight to the end and look at the recap, that's cool too. I won't fault you for doing that. Destructor Dragon. Pyrotechnics, cool. Humble Defector. And a second Archfiend of Depravity. Oh, come on, you could at least given me a fetch land for that double rare. Once more, apologies for the choppy editing. I am not really good with that type of thing. Give me an old carbureted muscle car, though. I can do some great things to that. Destructor Dragon. Pyrotechnics. Humble Defector. I swear to God, those were the exact same last uncommons. Alright, well, at least there's a Warden of the First Tree. So, you know what? There's a great mythic. So, it's a 1/1 for 1. Human with a cost of 2 with a hybrid red-white, black-white. Warden of the first tree becomes a human warrior with a base power of 3/3. With 4 cost, if Warden of the first tree is a warrior, it becomes a human spirit warrior with trample and lifelink. And then you could do 6. If Warden of the first tree is a spirit, put 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Sweet. And a Scoured Barrens. A couple more of those, please. Foil pack. Yay. Ruthless Instincts. Fascination. Rage Form. And we have a Mastery of the Unseen. So it is a 2 casting cost enchantment. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. And then you can, for a 4 ability, manifest the top card of your library. So put it face down for 2/2, and then you can turn it face up for its casting cost if it's a creature card. And a Dragon Bell Monk. Cool. Thornwood Falls. Wandering Champion, great card. Jeskai Barricade, Vault Breaker, and Kolagan, the Storm Fury. So for 4/5 for 5, flying, whenever a dragon you control attacks, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn, and then it has a dash mechanic for 5, so you may cast this spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste, and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Neat. The Bloodfell Caves. Wandering Champion. Jeskai Barricade. I swear to God, if this is a Vault Breaker, I'm going to lose it. Okay, cool. So, same uncommons in the last couple packs. And Palace Siege. It's a 5 casting cost enchantment. So, as usual with the sieges, either choose Cons or Dragons. So, if you choose Cons at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or if you choose Dragons, at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. A Dismal Backwater. Can we make it 3 for 3 with the same uncommons? Foil pack. Shifting Loyalties. Frostwalker. Mardu Shadowsphere. And we have a Temporal Trespass. Another Mythic. And a ridiculous casting cost at 11 with a Delve of 1. So exile 1 card from your graveyard, and you could paste for 1 colorless. And take an extra turn after this one, and then exile it. And our foil. Reality Shift. Beautiful. Blossoming Sands. So there you go. All the people that are crying about the reserve list, there's your reprinted Time Walk with a ridiculous mana cost. Break Through the Line. Renowned Weaponsmith. Abzan Beastmaster, and Mardu Strike Leader. So 3/2 for 3. Whenever Mardu Strike Leader attacks, put a 2/1 black warrior creature token onto the battlefield, and you can dash it for 4. So once again, the dash mechanic is it gains haste and is returned to the battlefield from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Blossoming Sands. Foil pack, and we saw it, it's a rare, so please let it be the Phoenix. Break through the line. Renowned Weaponsmith, and it's going to be a Abzan Beastmaster afterwards. Yeah, there we go. Let's start predicting these. And our rare, Flame Rush Rider. 3/3 for 5. Whenever Flame Rush Rider attacks, put a token onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking that's a copy of another target attacking creature. Exile the token at the end of combat. And you can dash it for 4. And our foil? Gorswine. More boar wants more. And a Jungle Hollow. Come on. Valorous Stance, Winds of Calcisma, Elite Scaleguard, and our rare is a Mob Rule to go with the foil Mob Rule that I've got out of this box. The Thornwood Falls. Oi! Another stack of uncommons that'll be the same. A Valorous Stance, Winds of Calcisma, and a Mardus. Oh, Elite. Oh yeah, Elite Scaleguard, and our rare. A Brutal Horde Chief. Sweet. 3/3 for 4, and whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And then it has a ability for 5. Creatures your opponent controls. Excuse me, creatures your opponents control block this turn if able, and you choose how they block. Hey, there we go, Bloodstained Mire, amazing. Sweet. More trade fodder, considering I don't need it. Pilgrim of the Fires, Lightform, Shockmaw Dragon, and Alicia, who smiles at death. So it's a 3/2 for 3 with First Strike. Whenever Alicia, who smiles at death, attacks, you may pay 2 hybrid white or black. If you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Yeah, why not? Get some Blood-Soaked Champions in there and you're set. And a Thornwood Falls. Merciless Executioner. Orc Sure-Shot, Grave Strength, and Monastery Mentor, another mythic. We have a 2/2 for 3 casting cost with Prowess. This will focus. Come on, you bastard. Here we go. So basically, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 white monk creature token with prowess onto the battlefield. Cool. And a Jungle Hollow. So I guess the amount of fetches you can get out of the box, I think the most I've seen so far are 2. And then I remember reading some stuff somewhere where somebody opened up a box with all fetches in the land slot. But you know what, I'll believe it when I see it. Marang River Prowler, excuse me. Mistfire Adept. A Fruit of the First Tree. And a Wild Call. So it is a sorcery for 2 green and X. So you manifest the top card of your library, then put X +1/+1 counters on it. To manifest a card, put it onto the battlefield face down. It's a 2/2 creature, and then turn it face up for its mana cost. If it's a creature card, of course. Nice spirit token. A little bit of a Kamigawa theme there. Marang River Prowler, Mistfire Adept, Fruit of the First Tree, I love these cycled uncommons, and Shuyun, Silent Tempest. So 3/2 for 3 with prowess, and then with an ability, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 2 hybrid red or whites. If you do, target creature gains a double strike until end of turn. And a Swiftwater Cliffs. And there's a foil in this pack. Dark Deal. Mardu, a Woe Reaper. Battlefront Crew Shock. And we have a Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. So a tap to add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. And then 1 colorless and tap, put a storage counter on Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. And then tap, remove X storage counters from Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, and add X mana in any combination of colors to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate dragon abilities. And our foil, ooh, lovely forest. I love foil lands. I think they're beautiful. And a Dismal Backwater. Oops. Here I am opening the pack up in my hip area. Dark Deal. Mardu Woe Reaper, and here comes the Crew Shock, yep. And our rare, Atarka, World Render. So it's a 6/4 for 7. Flying and Trample. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. Ooh, creepy. Wow. Excuse me, that's Scoured Barrens. I deserve that. Ooh. Ruthless Instinct, Fascination, Rage Form, that would be beautiful as well, and Palace Siege, I think this is my second one, and a Swiftwater Cliffs. It is a pretty good siege card to get doubles of. Foil pack. Valorous Stance. Winds of Calcisma. Elite Scale Guard, and Scroll of the Masters, 2 colorless artifact. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a lore counter on Scroll of the Masters. 3 colorless and tap until you can target creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn for each lore counter on the scroll. And our foil. Ooh, Gurmag, lovely, and a Rugged Highlands. Reality Shift, Sudden Reclamation, Honor's Reward, beautiful, and an Outpost Siege, a 4 colorless, 4 casting cost enchantment. Cons: at the beginning of your upkeep, exile top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. And dragons: whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, Outpost Siege deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Bloodfell Caves. Break through the line. Renowned Weaponsmith, Abzan Beastmaster, and we have a Shamanic Revelation. I got to foil one of these in the fat pack. So it is a 5 casting cost sorcery. Draw a card for each creature you control. And Ferocious, you gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Jungle Hollow. Fearsome Awakening, Cash Defenses, Hungering Yeti, and Ojutai, Soul of Winter. So it is a 7 for 5/6. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a dragon creature you control attacks, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. That permanent doesn't untap during the controller's next untap step. And a Swiftwater Cliffs. Alright, sorry if the angle's a little different. My battery died, so I had to go and recharge that before continuing on. Alright. Rite of Undoing. Cloudform. Diplomacy of the Wastes. And we have a Dragon Scale General, so 2, 3 for 4. At the beginning of your end step, bolster X, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control. So choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures, and put X +1/+1 counters on it. With a Soap Cry. Marang River Prowler, Mistfire Adept, Fruit of the First Tree, and we have a Sandstep Mastodon. 5/5 for 7 with Reach. Whenever Sandstep Mastodon enters the battlefield, bolster 5. So, creature with the least toughness gets 5 +1/+1 counters on. And another Windscarred Crag. Hero's Blade, Lightform, Merciless Executioner, and a Monastery Siege. 3 casting cost enchantment. So same thing. Cons, at the beginning of your draw step, draw additional card, then discard a card. And then for dragons, spells your opponent casts that target you, or a permanent you control, cost 2 colorless more to cast. Tranquil Cove. Oi, there we go. Destructor Dragon. Pyrotechnics. Humble Defector. Citadel Siege. I think that's the first one out of the box. 2 colorless, 2 white enchantment. If you choose cons at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Dragons at the beginning of combat on each opponent's turn, tap target creature that player controls. Into Rugged Highlands. Foil pack. Dark Deal. Mardu Woe Reaper. Battlefront Crusock, and Jeskai Infiltrator. So 2/3 for 3. Jeskai Infiltrator can't be blocked as long as you control no other creatures. When Jeskai Infiltrator deals combat damage to a player, exile it and the top card of your library in a face-down pile. Shuffle that pile, then manifest those cards. And another Temur War Shaman. Alright. So out of the fat pack, I got the exact same foil rare. Cool. So far that's 2 foil rares in this box. Neither of them are worth anything. Friendly Fire. Sibsig Muck Draggers. Sage's Reverie. And a Ghastly Conscription, another mythic. So, 7 casting cost sorcery. Exile all creature cards from a target player's graveyard in a face-down pile. Shuffle that pile, then manifest those cards. Second to last pack. So that's a lot of mythics, so I don't think we're going to get a Nugan out of this. Wandering Champion. Jeskai Barricade. Vault Breaker. And we have Sage-Eye Avengers. So a 6 casting cost creature for 5/4 with prowess. Whenever Sage-Eye Avengers attacks, you may return target creature to its owner's hand if its power is less than Sage-Eye Avengers' power. Last pack. And as we know, the last pack is always shite. No foil. Shifting Loyalties. Frostwalker. Mardu Shadow Spear. And Rally the Ancestors. So X for X and 2 white for instant. Return each creature card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Exile those creatures at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exile, Rally the Ancestors. Alright, let's recap the rares. Rally the Ancestors. Sage-Eye Avengers, Jeskai Infiltrator, Citadel Siege, Monastery Siege, Sandstep Mastodon, Dragonscale General, Outpost Siege, Archfiend of Depravity, 2 of them, Arcbound, Soulflare, Flame Wake Phoenix, Mastery of the Unseen, Palace Siege, Mardu Strike Leader, Flame Crush Rider, Mob Rule, Wild Call, Shuyun, Scroll of the Masters, Palace Siege, Temur War Shaman Non-Foil, Supplant Form, Shamanic Revelations, Ujutai Soul of Winter, Dromoka the Internal, Kolahan the Storm Fury, Atarka World Render, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, Alishu Smiles at Death. Mythics we have Ghastly Conscription, Temporal Trespass, Warden of the First Tree, Brutal Horde Chief, Monastery Mentor. And we got a fetch land, 1 Bloodstained Mire. Foils, we have a Forest, a Gurmag Angler, a Goreswine, a Reality Shift, which is beautiful, Dragonbell Monk, a Temur War Shaman, and a Mob Rule. Alright guys, thanks for watching this box opening. I'll hopefully bring you some cool stuff real soon, and I hope you all had great boxes. Cheers.